Hey, welcome to VetRospective. I'm Chuck, that's Doc, and today we're talking about hurricanes.
Fucking hurricanes. Great. Now I'm not going to be able to get toilet paper at fucking Walmart. Fuck.
Oh shit, are they going crazy?
Well, listen, bro. So, like most guys our age, I'm like a trades worker, and I work in a place where the trades workers, some of them are from Florida, like one besides me, and everybody else in the factory is from another state. Now, some of these people have been here for at least 8 years, and you would think by now they'd be pretty used to the program, but yeah, there's some empty shelves going on, and it's fucking ridiculous.
Guess that's what happens when you advertise about being one of the freest states in the country. Get all these crazy people move in, don't have a clue what's going on.
This isn't a new thing. Like, this has been going on for a couple years, ever since the fucking villages started fucking expanding. So for 20. Like, every time there's a hurricane, they go and buy, like, all the water. And then, after the hurricane turns into, like, a really bad rain, and the worst thing that happens to them is some trees fall on their shit, then they try to take the water back to get their money. And Walmart's like, listen, I can't restock this. You might have put some LSD in this shit. This might be covered in fentanyl or something. So they just take it out back and throw it away.
They don't realize that shit sits on a shelf for a while before it goes.
And like all the people that live here are like, that are from Florida are like, you realize you're supposed to go get like barbecue grill food and some coolers and ice and a generator.
It sounds like all the tornado watchers around here. We get the lawn chairs out and some chains.
A lot of it has to do where you live, bro. But it's just the infrastructure of Florida and the people that like grew up here and lived here their whole lives. It's like a different culture for us. You know what I mean? Like, we're ready for a barbecue party. Like, let's get it. Like, I got to go tomorrow and get some chainsaw gas for the still. So in case like the water oaks start dropping around the house, I can get out of the driveway.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the rain stops, we'll burn that shit and have a huge bonfire. So let's get it. But it's like crazy. Like, people move down here and they're like, oh, we're moving to Florida. It's paradise. First of all, the beach is around Florida. It is not Florida. Okay. And like, there's some country shit going on down here, and we ain't got time for no hurricane mess. Like, so as soon as everybody's like getting ready to go to work and cut all the trees back and then like get back to business as usual, you know what I mean? Like, still got to feed the horses in the morning, still got to feed the cow.
Yeah.
Got to go out and check the crops. It's a big portion of Florida's agriculture.
Well, see, and I mean, it's bad enough. I mean, I found an article on Odyssey just now. It says, I guess it was posted back in 2019. It says the non-Floridians guide to hurricanes. Like, they got whole website articles dedicated to this.
Bro, they're so worried about it. They're like, they might shut the plant down. I'm like, for what? We're having a hurricane. First of all, why are you going to the store as soon as the forecaster's like, we're going to have a hurricane? Every single one of you people that moved down here in the last 10 years are at fucking Walmart.
Yeah.
Buying every case of water you can get your hands on. Okay? And every piece of toilet paper and all the food off the shelves. Okay? Why don't you already have that?
Yeah. Well, and have they announced what category the hurricane's supposed to be? Or...
Like, I don't know. Tomorrow I'll clean up the yard and make sure there's no flying objects or debris, make sure everything's tied down and ready to go for the fucking storm. And if you do that, as long as a tree don't fall in your barn like fucking Irma threw on mine, which is a pain in the ass, because then you're like, fuck, I got to cut this tree out of the barn. Like, life doesn't stop because you had a hurricane. Like, now you just got an extra workload to deal with. Sometimes you end up with some pretty sick pieces of wood out of the deal, though.
Oh, yeah. Now, hurricanes pick up and throw stuff like a tornado does. Like, we end up with sick pieces of wood. It's out of somebody else's yard around here. Or is it just mainly like,
so
knock over and drop stuff that's already there?
Listen, bro, you can drive down Daytona Beach and see half of a hotel that's been ripped off. Like, I'm not shitting you. Them motherfuckers will rip some shit apart. But Irma was a rare hurricane. Like, it came up through the middle of the state. I don't think that ever happened, like, ever. And I was really unimpressed. Like, Andrew did a lot more damage, if I recollect. Like, I was a kid, and they were like, "You're still going to school." These motherfuckers are like, "We're shutting down the plant." You can tell how many people grew up in Florida are like, "What are you talking about? This is just..." Listen, they're all like, "It's going to be here on Monday." Now they're like, "It's going to be here by Thursday." And I'm like, listen, you do realize that's not how hurricanes work. Like, these motherfuckers pick up speed and destroy shit. If it's slowing down, that's either really good or really bad. But by the time it gets inland, that shit's going to hit the fucking beach and slow down.
Yeah. We'll see, I
like
guess.
Where I live, it don't flood. We're higher than everything. We get some standing water, but we'll get like an inch or two of standing water, baby, at most. It'll start draining. We got a lot of limestone where I'm at, bro. Like, so over at my buddy's place, he's got like literally limestone caves that used to be an amusement park back in the day. Yeah, bro, it's pretty dope.
No doubt.
And then like you'll be digging fucking here, and the next thing you know, you're putting in fence posts, and then all of a sudden you hit a fucking limestone boulder the size of fucking Kentucky. You can't get the fuck around it to put the road. So you literally got to dig that bitch up. Like, I've had fucking boulders that we've had to use tractors and shit to get out of the ground. They're so fucking big, or I've chains around them and shit. It's fucking.
Let's see, we got mostly sandstone around here. People got problems like that, which is horrible because you dig up sandstone, you really can't do much with it. Like, not have as much as limestone. If you find a big enough piece of limestone, hell, you might be into some money.
Not in fucking Florida, because everybody's got limestone. Maybe in Oklahoma, somebody wants to decorate with that shit because there ain't no limestone there. But
I guess that's
down
true
here,
too.
motherfucker. We want some slate rock, bitch. We don't want none of that limestone. But no, it's crazy. Like, they'll move down here, and a good portion of the people that move down from up north, they assimilate pretty well within about 5 years. But there's still some, bro, and they're like so nervous when it comes to hurricanes, and they're like, "Oh, mandatory evacuation." First of all, they can't make you leave your house. Like, that's a decision that you make to stay there. It's your shit. Like, but if something goes wrong, that's on you. Like, you have determined to stay in place to watch your shit and to ride out a hurricane. If that picks you up and takes you with it, bro, you're gone. That's just the animal. But when I was a kid, motherfuckers would be out surfing in the beach right now because the waves are going to be fucking huge.
Yeah.
And it's like the only time there's really any waves in Florida that are worth fucking surfing. But, bro, before that hurricane gets inland, them fucking waves are huge. I don't know. I don't like the beach. I know that there's a lot of people that are like from Florida, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, the beach. I'd rather sit at the hotel fucking pool." Fuck the beach. Fucking Yankees walking around. People from the north are gonna be like, "What's wrong with Yankees?" Listen, I'm sorry. It's a cultural thing. I'm not sorry.
See, I
mean, if you come down here and you move down here, that's great. But like, don't try to like bring your shitty politics down here at all. Like, we don't care. Somebody's gonna tell you about yourself right now.
Be some information you might not know about you.
Bro, there might be the like sweetest old lady that was like raised in Florida her whole life, and she will insult you with kindness, and you'll be like, "That was horrible. I never want that to happen again." But like, the village has made a lot of people sour. Them people are rude as fuck. They expect you like get out of their way and shit. Like, I retired here. Like, who gives a fuck? I'm 90. I don't care. Like, and you could be nice. I'll be really polite if you're nice.
Yeah.
Like, they'll be driving around in their little golf carts and shit, and they'll like almost run you over in the parking lot. You're like, "Please hit me with your stupid fucking golf cart that looks like a Ford Mustang. I will so punch you in your fucking face." Anyway, so like, you think they get used to the fact that it's gonna rain every day as soon as spring hits and the temperatures start hitting 90. It's gonna rain every day in the afternoon, like a fucking monsoon, for about 10 to 30 minutes, and they like go from being like normal drivers to being retarded in literally seconds. So at the factory, I got like a ton of fucking people who would like move down here. Some of them are like what do we do? And I'm like, you go get a cooler with some fucking meat and you get a bunch of fucking ice and you get a generator, if you can have a generator where you live, and gasoline, and you have dry goods because you're an adult and you should have that anyways.
Yeah.
And you should have enough fucking food to sustain you for at least 30 days. Like, as long as you have enough food and water to sustain you for 30 days, you'll be perfectly fine.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I always thought was kind of funny.
Most people,
that's what I always thought was kind of funny back when they was running the prepper shows. Is they're like, oh, you should have 30 days of food and 60 days of food. And I'm like, we got that around here anyway. Like,
that's just
not
12.
Any random storm could blow your house 3 neighborhoods over. Like, everybody's got food.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but like when you were in elementary school, didn't they say like this is science class? And when you were in science class, they were like, this is a plant. It comes from a seed. You put a seed in soil, you give it water and sun, it makes another plant. Like, didn't they teach you that?
Yeah.
How hard is this shit?
Well, and
it's gonna storm. Go outside, pick up all the shit out of your yard, tie down all the shit you don't want to fly away, because if the hurricane picks it up and it's gone, and you were willing to lose it because you left it in the fucking yard.
Well, and that's what always drives me nuts about people anyway. Like, people get all frumpy when it starts raining, like, oh, We've gone through a whole summer here and probably got about 15 days worth of rain total. Like, I've been missing rain. My garden is dead. Like, anything extra I wanted to plant didn't get planted because I don't want to run my water bill up to $400 a month. And people complain when it sprinkles for 30 minutes.
Listen, it rains here every fucking day. Like, as soon as hurricane season over is the best time because it stops raining for the winter. My horse's hoofs are getting fucking soft because it's raining so much. It doesn't fucking matter if you bring them in or not. The fucking as soon as you let them out, the fucking pasture's fucking moist still because it's time to dry out from the last monsoon rain from yesterday. And then sometimes it rains, bro. Like, sometimes it'll be 3 or 4 hours of rain and you'll be like, God damn, we needed that. Not really. This is fucking Florida. The more rain and sun you get, the more grass you get, the more fucking mowing you're doing. Like, it's not okay.
Well, I guess that has been one of the nice things about the dry summer in Oklahoma is I think I've had to mow like 4 good times.
Bitch, I've seen your grass. I don't think I've ever seen grass that tall in my life.
Oh, that's just in certain spots.
Bitch, those are beanstalks. Like, I thought we were getting ready to fight giants and shit. So, yeah, if you're coming down to Florida, just chill out. It's just going to... Listen, it might be a fucking hurricane that comes across the whole state and rips some shit up. Hopefully it's not your fucking place, but it might happen. They have FEMA come down, they pay and help fix your shit. Like, it happens all the time. If you move down here, take the fucking precautions. Tape up your windows so they don't shatter. Make sure you have food and water storage. Like, you should have these things anyway because, like, you're an adult. And especially if you have kids, you should always have stuff for your kids for at least 30 days. And if they recommend that you evacuate and you're truly worried, go to a family's house in another state. Like, get the fuck out of Dodge. Come back when the damage is over with. Other than that, don't go to the store and buy every fucking piece of food. Don't go buy all the toilet paper. Like, if you own some property with trees, you might want to have a chainsaw and some chainsaw gas just set up because probably going to be cutting trees back. And it's helpful to the neighbors if shit falls, cut their shit back. Like, hurricane season is time for you to really, like, try to take care of one another.
Definitely. And besides
That's all I got, man. Stop looking at me.
And besides that, what good is 120 days worth of toilet paper going to do when you don't have food? If you like this video, give us a follow. We got bigger things coming on VetRospective.